Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. I am currently in Orlando, Florida, right now. I know, hard to believe as it is. So, you guys have probably noticed that more so recently, my YouTube videos have been kind of spontaneous lately. And the reason for that is because I have this girlfriend in my life. Now, sometimes I have to plan things out way in advance to make it work out, for with other people in my life or whatever. And with my YouTube channel, sometimes I can plan things out way in advance, and sometimes things just or my YouTube videos just kind of spontaneously happen. And one thing I forgot to take into consideration when I was planning this YouTube, well, this trip out, I should say, for this wedding I'm going to tomorrow, was what all was going on at Epcot on Sunday. So I need to make this an announcement on my Facebook page, but I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement on here tonight while I'm doing the live stream. So I completely forgot that, whatchamacallit. Oh, yeah, the Food and Wine Festival is going on at Epcot right now until mid-November, right after my birthday, my 29th birthday. And I'm like, oh my word, I haven't YouTubed the Food and Wine Festival in years. That being said, not only am I going to Epcot to vlog Cosmic Rewind, which I am super excited about, can't even begin to stress how excited I've been about this ride, because I've been like waiting for this opportunity for who knows how long by now. But I also am going to be YouTubing the Food and Wine Festival over at Epcot too. So, anyway, with that being said, expect two different vlogs on Sunday. One of the Food and Wine Festival and one of Cosmic Rewind. There really is no reason for me to vlog Hollywood Studios because there really is nothing to vlog, not to mention the entire family sounds like it's going to be there, well, at least my dad's side. But I also really don't have anything to vlog on Sunday at Hollywood Studios. But Epcot has had so much change lately. It's not even funny. So I'm going to take the Skyliner over to Hollywood, from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, and go do a virtual queue, come back, spend some time with them, come back and do my virtual queue. And after that's over, because I'm going to be YouTubing the whole entire thing, then I'm going to go and do the Food and Wine Festival vlog. And maybe at that point, they'll either come and join me, or B, I'll just come over and join them. But I kind of want to do my own thing for a little bit on Sunday. Just because, I really want to work on my YouTube channel while I'm here. It's not that I don't want to ignore them. It's just I don't get this opportunity to go work on my YouTube channel here in Central Florida all that often. Yes, I was here in February. Yes, I am coming back in January with my girlfriend. But I don't plan on working on my YouTube channel all that often while she's here, because this is technically a vacation for her and I. Mostly for her, though. So I'm going to do my best to try to spend time with both my dad and his side of the family, as well as try to do my own thing too. As it is, I don't even know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot of YouTubing on Monday, because that's just going to be my dad and I universal. So, yeah. You're probably wondering where I'm at right now. Without giving way too much information, I'm basically staying at aunt and uncle's house of mine in Orlando, and that's basically about it. In case certain people I know are watching this YouTube video and decide they want to come and murder me because they hate me so much. which I'm not really surprised by. So that's kind of also why I'm really glad my dad is here, because I literally was a little scared for my life to be here, just because I've literally upset people, certain people I used to be friends with, so much to the point where I was actually afraid for my life to come back down here. But I knew I couldn't stay afraid for long. I knew I had to eventually face my fear and come back. And so far, so good. I mean, it's only been a day. So we'll see what happens. And it helps having a rental car to disguise what I look like. I mean, that doesn't hide the fact that there's this big, tall, used to be fat guy walking around. Yeah, I mean, nobody can really. I mean, considering my face has been viewed thousands of times by now over the past 6 years, I'm kind of one of those people that's not 100% easy to miss, if that makes any sense. So I'm sure that eventually somebody is going to recognize me. If I do make it through these next 4 days without somebody recognizing me, other than the wedding, which I was already invited to, which is out in the Mount Dora Eustis area, and that's all I know, then yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be seen or recognized by anybody else. And thankfully, because I'm in Orlando right now, the odds of being seen by somebody I used to be friends with may be low, unless for whatever reason I bump into one of those people on Sunday or Monday. And that would be the only other time I might be like, oh. And even then, with thousands of people that go to Walt Disney World and Universal on a daily basis, what are my chances of bumping into one, two, or whatever amount of, like, whatever number is people that I used to be friends with at either of those locations? I will say this much. Um, my chances of getting into Legoland again are extremely low, unless I go back to Peddler's Pond and I ask a former next door neighbor of somebody I used to be friends with if I can get tickets from that person. But at the same time, how important is it for me to go back to Legoland? And that's really where it comes down to it. SeaWorld, at least I know a friend of mine is willing to get me into SeaWorld because this person just happens to be related to somebody I used to be friends with. So SeaWorld, at least I know I can do in the future. The real question is when. And that's really where it comes down to it. January, no. I will already tell you right now, it's not going to happen in January. I've already spoken to Katie about it, and she's already made the decision that she wants to do it another day. So, yeah. So today was an interesting day. To kind of quickly go through the day, my mom dropped my dad and I off at Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport at 6:20 this morning. My dad is not used to the new technology of the airport, or airports for that matter. My dad's not used to the fact that you have to tag your own luggage. I'm still getting used to it, not to mention, I was barely awake this morning. I hadn't even had my coffee yet. Like, come on, give the guy a break here. Maybe. Okay, so after that was done, we finally managed to go over to uh, the thing where we had to get our luggage weighed. And of course, we already knew the suitcase was like way over at that point. And Frontier, unfortunately, is not my favorite airline, nor is it anywhere close to being my favorite airline. But I would actually probably say it was my least favorite airline, but I went on it just this one time. I personally would have gone with Southwest if I had a choice, if it was affordable. If it wasn't, I just personally would have driven, but that's just me. But it is what it is. At least flying here gave my dad and I the opportunity to get here relatively quickly, go to Property Control this afternoon, which is basically a Disney cast member exclusive store where I found Katie or Ellie a Stitch water bottle. Then we went over to Disney Springs. We went on the other side, so there really wasn't anything worth YouTubing today. And we weren't over there for very long, and I was on a mission anyway. It's something that Katie has kind of got implanted in my brain. She likes to use that terminology a lot. Basically, what it means is you're you're at a place for one reason and one reason only. For me, I was there for two reasons. Number one, I was there to find my dad something 50th anniversary related. Number two, I was there to find Katie us a tramp, like from Lady and the Tramp, a plushie stuffed animal, and I couldn't find it. And then I tried finding something Stitch related for her, and there was just nothing that screamed out Katie Blanchard that she would love. So that really stunk. But anyway, yeah, more or less after that whole scenario, so to speak, we got rained out and we decided let's just go back and head back to my aunt and uncle's house. So we went all the way back and we relaxed, ate some veggie trays. I went and called Katie up on for like 15, 20 minutes or so. Didn't actually talk to her the entire time, but you get the point. Went back downstairs and spent more time with them. I mostly sat there and listened more than anything. My uncle took his time making dinner, which is a good thing because he likes to make sure it tastes really good. And every time he has made dinner, it has tasted amazing. My word. And I was so full afterwards. And of course, my other uncle brought in Tron Light Cycle roller coaster cupcakes to celebrate the grand opening of Tron, opening next spring. I did take a picture of it because it really wasn't worth taking a picture of. So it was a yellow cupcake with really blue icing. It tasted kind of weird, but at the same time, I personally really liked it. They were like, go ahead and take two. And I usually don't take two. And my mom was even like, don't overdo it while you're there. And I'm like, I'll be a little bad today. And I only had the one plate of food. I mean, for the most part, it was very good today. I really did eat a lot. I mean, all I ate today was a quesadilla from Wawa because I went to Wawa today. Of course, I had to go to Wawa. I mean, it would be a sin for David Dunbar to go all the way to Florida and not go to Wawa. That's just unheard of. I'm sorry. At least I had to go once. And I'm very glad I went once. Will I get a chance to go get their coffee? Maybe. I might go back to Wawa while I'm here for the next few days and go get a coffee. But I had already gotten a coffee from my aunt's house, and personally, I'm trying to be careful of my money. I got a nice, friendly email from my credit card company saying what my minimum balance was due for my next credit card payment, and I was just basically, if that says anything, so I basically texted Katie afterwards. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to big time cut back on my credit card expenses. Other than taking her to Haunt next Saturday, which I will unfortunately have to dish money out of my own pocket to make sure she can get into Haunt. That's really the only major expense left. I know how much she wants a Hermione Granger interactive wand from Universal, but at this time, I'm just going to be really careful. I'm going to be more careful about how much money I allow her to spend at Walmart. Well, which really, I'm always there with her whenever we go to Walmart. So before you start freaking out or anything, keep in mind the only time we ever use my credit card when we go to Walmart together is when we're actually together. Has she ever used my credit card without my approval or authority? And I know there's some people that might say, to your knowledge, it's like, okay, trust me on this one. Kitty would never use my credit card without my knowledge. I know her well enough. And I know some people are like, how do you know? Because I know her well enough. I know she would never ever do that. And the 3 months that we've been together, she's always used my credit card only when I'm actually there. And she's always asked me, can I buy it? And I've always been standing right there with her every time she charges my credit card. And it's always been for small amounts. But most of the time, I'm the one that's spending my own money, and I'm doing that by choice and not because she's asking me to do it. So, yeah, if it comes down to it, I'm the one that's at fault. I'm the one that keeps putting all my credit card debt on at Walmart, which I really shouldn't be proud of that, but that's literally where I've been really bad. And I know my aunt had said something. And honestly, the only reason why I am struggling financially is because I keep spending too much money at Walmart. I admit it. And a lot of it is on stuff that she likes, and I really want to make her happy. Even though she's already happy with me, I like to buy her stuff, and I've really got to quit spoiling her, at least for a little while, until I can get my financial situation under control. And I know she'll understand. I just really got to cut back for now. I mean, that doesn't mean that I can't buy her anything anymore. It just means that I just have to big time cut back. I can't just go, no more stuff from me to you for like ever again. It just means that I'm just going to have to limit it for a while. I can't just go and use my credit card as often as I used to, just until I can actually get my credit card situation under control again. Because right now it's out of control and it's my own fault, and I admit it. Well, I'm getting near the 20-minute mark, but let me go ahead and just give you guys an idea of what to expect over the next few days. So, as I said, today I flew into Florida, so that's pretty much the extent of today. Tomorrow, I don't really have anything going on in the morning. I am going to make sure that I look nice and neat for this wedding tomorrow. I already shaved not too long ago. We did not bring any shave gel to my knowledge. I hope we did. I mean, at the same time, I don't look that bad. Unless my dad's like, you really need to shave again, but we'll see. So then, um, tomorrow afternoon, pretty much the entire afternoon, I'm going to be at this wedding. I'm in no hurry to leave by any means, nor do I have anything planned for the rest of the day. I pretty much dedicated tomorrow to the wedding. I want to make sure tomorrow was strictly dedicated only to the wedding, and then whatever time I have left over, just go back to the house and relax because I'm probably going to need it. I have no idea what to expect tomorrow. All I know is that I just really want to be there for my close friends Melissa and Ryan. I've known them both a very long time. I'm sure my close friend Josh is like, really, you were willing to go all the way to Florida for their wedding, but you weren't willing to go to North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever it was again for my wedding. I don't remember where his wedding was anymore. It's been so long. And all I can tell him is, first of all, last summer I was I was a lot worse about my financial situation than I'm this year. Yes, I admit that my credit card debt is out of control, but that's the only thing I need to get back under control again. My checking account money spending much better than it was a year ago, by far. Night and day difference. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, the credit card debt needs to improve big time. But otherwise, let's see here. The next day that I have something going on Sunday. So normally I would go to church on Sunday, and normally where I go to church at these days is Grace Fellowship Church. So I switched churches within the past week or two. That's another story for another time. I don't really want to get into it right now, but let me just tell you this right now. Not only did I feel led by God to switch churches to Grace Fellowship, but I want to go to church with my significant other. And I just period love going to church with her. Sometimes she may not be able to go to church with me, but I've basically have made the decision, if she is working for whatever reason and I just happen to be working too. Well, guess what? I'm going to make sure that I still go to church. And I already told her this, and she already agreed to it. She was like, yeah, that's fine. I basically said to her, from this point forward, even if you're working or not, just because I really love going to church, and to make sure that my parents are giving me too much of a hard time, because I want to prove to them that I really do love church. And it's not just them I want to prove it to. Obviously, most importantly, I want to prove it to God that, church is very important to me. I know how much she loves saying, well, why don't you just come over at 10 in the morning? And then we might have church at home, we may not, which normally it's at her place, of course. But let's say that we don't. That's an hour I'm just sitting around talking to her. I can easily go to church, be there just before 9 in the morning, and then get done about 10:15, 10:20. That still gives me 40 minutes to stop at McDonald's if necessary, go get breakfast, and then drive over to her place. Besides, I have to head south to get to her place anyway. So I might as well pass by McDonald's on my way over there. So I literally have time to drive down to Walton, stop at McDonald's, and then go to her place afterwards. And I would already be in my work clothes. I mean, I could technically bring bring my work shirt at least, and just wear a church shirt, and then just change church shirt or change in my work shirt as soon as I get to her place. That gives her time to sleep in and whatnot, and then I'm still getting there before 11. And if Ellie is going with us, that still gives us the chance to all ride together to work. And then that way we don't have to be like, oh, do we need to take two separate cars? No, because I'm going to get there before 11 in the morning. That's why. I mean, if church gets done at 10:20, and considering how fast I drive, I could easily get there before 11. But I figured I would throw that in as a extra thingamajigger. I wanted you guys to know that I have definitely prayed about this and thought this through. And the good news is she's already agreed to it, which also is a good sign that she is definitely, my future wife, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, if she's good with that, that's a good sign. But yes, this coming Sunday, just because I am on vacation and because we only have the one day at Disney World, we have made the decision we're going to go straight to Disney's Hollywood Studios first thing that morning. I have no idea what we're doing about lunch yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Not so concerned about that. I just want to make sure we go straight to Galaxy's Edge, do everything over there we can, go do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And then depending on what time it is after that, then I'm going to basically work my way over to Epcot, make sure I'm there by 1 o'clock p.m., go secure myself a virtual queue, take the Skyliner back. So the moment I leave property for Hollywood Studios, that's when the YouTube video starts, because I want to YouTube the Skyliner again, and I want to YouTube, me going over to Epcot and making sure I get that virtual queue, and I want to make sure that I have a screenshot of getting the virtual queue for Cosmic Rewind, so you guys can see that I actually got it. Make sure you guys know that I'm not blowing smoke or anything, and then take the Skyliner back, and then when I get back over, I'll say, okay, YouTube video over for now. I mean, it's not the end of the YouTube video, obviously, because I got to go back, and as soon as then my YouTube video will resume, and I'll basically say, I will see you guys again in front of Cosmic Rewind, if that makes any sense. So then I'll go over to Cosmic Rewind when the time comes, and I'll start the YouTube video up again from there. So, yeah, that's more or less what you guys should expect on Sunday. And then Monday, my dad and I are going to head over to Universal, spend the majority of the day over there, and then we have to be at the airport by 6:30. Well, we actually have to be at the car rental agency where we got the car from in the first place. And we got to drop the car off, take the shuttle back over to the airport, and then we got to go through, the whole baggage check and do the TSA. Of course, the TSA is a nightmare over there. My word. And then we got to wait around for our plane, get on the plane, fly it back home. We're flying into Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport close to midnight. Thank God for Katie, because she's the one that's going to have to come and get us. The poor girl, as of right now, has to work on Tuesday at 8:15 in the morning, and she's the best one to come and get us. But she was nice enough to come and get us, I think mainly because of me. And she really wanted to see me again. And then she's got to get up super early in the morning. So I don't think I'm going to see her at all Tuesday evening. But I told her it doesn't matter, because I'm probably going to just go to Bible study and then go home anyway. And I'll see her again on Wednesday evening. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But at least I got to see her on Monday night, because I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can wait around on Wednesday. But now I'm fine, because I'm literally just going to see her on Monday night anyway. And that will literally help me get through Tuesday, because I'm probably going to get just as much sleep as her. Because by the time I get to bed that night, like literally fall asleep and all that, I'm probably going to get about 6 hours of sleep, maybe more. Because let's see here, let's say I fall asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll sleep till 7:30, 7:45. So I'll sleep 6.5 hours, 6 hours and 45 minutes. And she'll probably fall asleep just about at 1 o'clock in the morning too. And if she does end up having to go into work, then she'll get 6 hours of sleep. So I'll get just a little more than her. Just a little bit. But we're both going to be very tired that day regardless. And I don't think either of us are really going to be up to doing anything that evening. I'm still going to make myself go to Bible study regardless, because I really want to go. But do I expect her to join me? No. But I'm going to go anyway. I'm literally going to go to Grace Fellowship, go to Bible study just to see what it's all about, see whether it's worth attending again, and then talk to her about it, see if she wants to attend it at some point. It would be a miracle if she goes with me, but I seriously doubt it. She does get done at 5. She might go home and take a nap before she joins me. I'm going to get there just before 7 o'clock, so maybe she might be able to take a nap and then join me afterwards. I will see. I mean, I'm driving myself separately that day, as well as her, so at that point, it will be up to her discretion only, whether she joins me or not. And that's pretty much it. But after that, yeah. We might try again the next week, but I'm just focusing on next week for now. So, yeah, that's pretty much the plans. I took today and tomorrow off as my regular days off for this week. And then I took Sunday and Monday off as my regular days for next week. And then I'm working Tuesday through next Saturday. Poor girl, poor Katie. Please pray for her right now. She's working 9 days in a row. She really needs all the prayer she can get right now. Pray that she'll not only get next Tuesday off, because she could use an extra day off, but that she'll make it through next Thursday. I know her dad doesn't seem to quite understand how hard it is for her to work 9 days in a row, but I definitely do. It's easy for me because I've done it so many times. It's not even funny by now, between working at Publix and Walt Disney World. And then I've done a bunch at other jobs as well, but including recent jobs that I will not speak about because I could lose my job. So, but I am at least allowed to say that I have done 3 weeks in a row before, and that was when I was working at Publix and Walt Disney World. That's the most I've ever done in my life. And that was pretty intense. But regardless, I was able to get through, and that's all thanks to God. And I'm sure she could do, but still, her body is just not as used to it like I am. It's already been struggle for her. She's only done 4 days in a row, and she's already having a really hard time. So I'm concerned about her. So I ask everybody to pray for her. I've been praying for her every single day already. But already it's been 30 minutes since I've started my live stream. I should go check downstairs because it got really quiet all of a sudden for whatever reason. And I want to go get some headphones anyway so I could watch a little TV or whatever before bed. So I will see you guys in the next YouTube video, whether I do something tomorrow or whether I just see you guys at Walt Disney World on Sunday. So enjoy your weekend and always remember you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out. By the way, for those of you who were not watching my live stream, I strongly encourage you guys to check out the D23 live stream talk that is going on right now because that's probably where everybody was at this time. And honestly, I don't blame you in the slightest because there's been a lot of talk about D23. And unfortunately, I really don't have any updates about it other than there was just a bunch of movies released or announced recently, as well as there was some theme park updates, but nothing really big enough for me to talk about it. So, for those of you who did not know anything about D23, head over to the DSNY newscast at this time.